I feel really sorry for Lois Lowry. Here she wrote this book that was a young adult classic, The Giver, and that's been around forever, and that really created this genre of young adult dystopia that has then been taken to the bank by The Hunger Games, by Divergent, by all these other properties that are out there. And they've all, you know, sort of landed in the culture first, and now it comes finally the movie.
Finally, because this movie did struggle for a long time to be made, and then lots of people wanted to see it made.
Who are you?
The Giver. When the elders need guidance, I provide wisdom using memories of the past. Our world was different. There was more.
It's a fine movie, and people who don't know the source will come to it and say, this is just like The Hunger Games and Divergent. Well, other way around. I kind of like the fact that they didn't pump it up into a giant franchise spectacular. It's still a small story, pretty well told, wouldn't you say?
I would say that. You know, there are parts of this where you're really, really entertained, I think. And a lot of it's in black and white, and it has an interesting effect and all that. But first of all, it doesn't correlate with the book very well. There's lots of things that are new here. There's some heavy Christian overtones.
Well, it is from Walden Media.
Yeah, and there's parts of it that just sort of lose you, and you get a little distracted, I think. Maybe not bored, but not quite involved in it so much, and it didn't need to be that way, because there are parts that are really affecting, parts that really grab me, particularly the relationship between the giver, Jeff Bridges, and the receiver.
Right, the young boy. Meryl Streep is in this movie, and she's kind of the marquee bait. She plays the woman who's in charge of this future society and ends up sort of enforcing its rules. The Streep part has been built up from the book, and you can feel it. It feels like a movie villain thing, and it's not her best moment on film, I would say.
It's not. If this movie had maybe stuck to the intimacy of the relationships a little bit more, it would have perhaps made its point better than some of the barrage of images that it resorts to.
Right, and in fact, it's kind of in a hard place, because it doesn't have the action built in that the books that followed it in the genre did, and so it is still a more intimate version of those films, but not quite as intimate as the book. I agree. So
that said, I was with an 11-year-old and a 12-year-old, one who had read the book and one who had not, and both really, really liked it. The themes of this come across, and you can see where those themes and those seeds really did spawn this movie trend that we're in right now. I'm not sure the filmmaking does it justice, but
close enough to get conversations going, you know, among 11-year-olds.
I mean, exactly.
How many movies do that?
Exactly.
So
it's worthwhile. See it if you can.
Yeah, take a chance on The Giver. I'm Ty Burr.
I'm Janice Page
for the Boston Globe.